What's up, you Relentless Warriors? Welcome to the first Relentless RAW. And you're gonna notice in the Relentless RAW, we're a little bit more laid back. This is just basically my hypertrophy workout, strength training, bodybuilding, however you wanna look at it, muscle separation, and follow along. Certainly you're hopefully gonna benefit from some of this. If you have any questions, you know the deal. Leave it in the comment section. In between sets, I'll answer questions. I'm not necessarily going to chat a lot. Obviously, I want to stick to a particular tempo. Some of this equipment you may not have. So if you want to know some sort of alternative that you can use, I'll definitely give you suggestions on that as well. As you can see, if you're curious about following along on the workout, what I've done is I've given you what I've eaten before. So that's like the pre-workout, my version of pre-workout. And if you'll notice that my version of pre-workout is always food-based. It's not, protein shakes and things like that. It's fine if you do that, but that's just not my style. On the first superset, if you look in the comments section, you'll see it's going to be a Smith machine row. You're going to see that in the back. Essentially, if you don't have a Smith machine, you can do bent rows on the barbell, which is what I normally do. But since this is basically day one for the main training on this, being Relentless RAW, I'm starting with like lighter, more isolated movements. So Smith machine will be the first one for backs, and then we're going to do something called barbell shrug curls. That one's an interesting one. That's going to be the start. I'll keep track of the sets. So in the comment section, not the live comment feed, in the comment section I'll keep the sets and reps, and then I'll look at the comment feed to see how you guys are doing. Louie, Jen, Nina, Avia, Mary, Liz, AQ, you guys are all joining in. Beautiful. The wizard in the house, Dennis, one of the first ones jumping in, was the first one. So good to see you guys. I'm excited to see how your year goes in strength training and all that other good stuff. This one is laxed, so not like your typical workout. Okay, I'm gonna get started. So I didn't do a warm up, so I'm gonna go basically light stuff on the bar. This one doesn't count, and then we're gonna get into set one. Basically, so to give you an idea of what this is my version of going through kind of like my fitness journaling video style towards a competition I'm doing back in August 3rd. Now, the description goes away when I go live, so I'll repost that story, but on August 3rd, I'm gonna be doing an all-natural bodybuilding competition. So, I think a lot of times people think of bodybuilding, they think of all the steroid usage. I hope this kind of inspires people to, you're not gonna get that type of freaky big, and you're not going to get in that type of like muscularity, but I think you'll be surprised at what you can do all natural. All right, I'm going to get started. going to address this one quickly. This is shrug curls. So you're going to be bent at the waist. You're going to keep the bar, you're going to notice I'm going to keep the bar on my stomach, going all the way up to my sternum. You basically want to hit the top head right here of your bicep. It's actually very hard to target. Something like this will help that. It's not a row. Make sure you're keeping it on your stomach. Watch how I do that. Yes, the bar is the set. These are harder than they look. All right, so I'm basically just keeping track of the sets and the weight. The top set is the bent Smith machine rows. Bottom set is the barbell shrug curls. It's all the oatmeal AQ. All right, set 2. By the way, like this black weight, it looks really good on camera, it looks really big, and it's not. It's 25 pounds. trying to do the math. Again, the top part is the Smith machine. The bottom part is the barbell. Yeah, and Via's right, barbell. Barbell is totally different on a bicep curl. Try it out, a lot different than dumbbells. I don't know if that's in kilograms, 2.2, probably for the most part, probably talking what, 50 kilograms, is that right? Everything is in pounds. So Dennis, take a look in the comment section, not the chat, just below the video in the comment section. I'm putting all the reps and all the weight, but it's in pounds. I'm American, so we go backwards. It's a 2.2 kilograms in a pound, just divided by 2.2, something like that. All right, set 3. Again, trying to do the math. All right. Set 3. Set 4, rather. Minor form detail to note. It's hard to see on this angle. When you're doing bent rows, same rules apply even on barbells. Your hips are back. Make sure your back's not doing this. You want to be like that. I'm coming to my stomach. You're focusing on the thickness of the back. So that's why the weight's increasing, the reps are dropping. Those of you who don't think strength training knocks the wind out of you, maybe you're not doing it right. That was a tough one. Those shrug curls are killer. I know they don't look it, but my goodness. All right. What's going on with this music? Let's find something else. Maybe that'll work. Bleed out the grinding. All right, this is the last set we're doing in these. case you don't know, look at that shaking. That's real. All that pulling. You want strong grip in forearms, it's pulling and curling. Again, those of you not familiar with hypertrophy stuff, I don't stick to an exact clock, kind of listen to myself. I want about a 90% recovery before I go into the next one, but you want to keep that tempo going. You certainly don't want to take like 5 minutes in between. Like those guys who sit on the bench and they spend their entire workout on the bench, doing 5 sets. Eight reps is the goal. If the form gets wonky, call me on it. Now there might be a little swing. Notice on the swing you're actually doing a shrug. On that swing you're coming up, it's really the control downward. As long as I'm not jarring way back like that, I start doing that, I'll stop. Call me on it though. Oh. That was the last set of that superset. I completed all the reps I wanted to. That's not always going to happen. And that's fine too, so long as the form's good. It felt pretty good. All right. Next superset is going to be single arm dumbbell row. I'm writing it down now. It's really hard to type right now. My fingers are numb. And we're supersetting it with dumbbell bent curls. This is lighter. Now, see, that was thickness and strength. This is lighter now, reps, form. I want to isolate the muscles here, really focusing on the form. But if you look all the way in the bottom, I'll start keeping track of superset number 2. How you guys doing? How long is the rest time estimate? Give or take, like in between supersets, probably 90 seconds. In between sets, probably 60, 65, give or take. Like I say, I listen to my mind and my body. So if you want, that's a pretty good gauge. 60 seconds in between sets are fine. I take a little bit longer in between supersets. So like this one, a little bit more. All right, let's start. I gotta unpack this weight. Sorry. So this time I'm gonna use the bench, basically, so we're just isolating upper body. So it'll be, we do this in a lot, it's gonna be reps of 15, and then bent curls. This is close grip prone, so my elbow is going to stay close. I'm not doing a twist. It's not like lawnmower rows. No twist in this. We're going to basically elbow straight up. Do this a lot in the other videos. So with that one, you'll notice I did one after another. I didn't even rest because it's single arm, so I don't take a lot of time to rest in between. In between this one, 60 seconds or so. Just enough time to put the dumbbell back, come over here, catch your breath, and do it again. Bent curls, you guys know this. Palm on the knee. Basically, you want to dangle that elbow. Notice I won't be swinging it like this. I see this a lot. You really want to isolate the bicep. I'll be twisting the inner part of that dumbbell towards the bottom head of the shoulder, or the top head of the bicep rather, and then control it. Really isolates the biceps if you do it correctly. This will be higher reps. Going up fast. but I am controlling it downward. So just singing, non-copyrighted music with singing. What I try to do on this one too is I try to loosen my grip, because then it's less focus on forearms and it forces your bicep to activate to get the curl in. So if you notice, I'm going up faster, but I am controlling the downward. So I'm a big believer in that explosion up and then controlling it down. There's always exceptions. Oh, now to type, the hardest part. Learning that quickly. Did 20 reps on the bent curls. It was light though. Okay. Gonna try to stay with the 15 reps. I went up 10 pounds. Those reps start to really add up. Again, bend at the waist, not the back. Always kicking your hips back, like that. Then the arm goes down. That way you stay in that nice position. 15 to 20 reps again. This song started off like it was a Friends episode. Notice, like even on an explosion going up, the elbow stays relatively in the same spot, especially on the downward. That's when you know you're actually getting good concentration on it. All right. Oh, man. Sorry, I know that was a douchebag move, but this is my studio. This isn't Planet Fitness or anything. And they fixed the heat up there and it's like 75 degrees in here. Dying. All right, set 3. I didn't put this thing down. With this one, I don't go up in weight, basically because this is where I'm at, so we'll stick with the same reps. 15 reps on this thing at 50. I ain't gonna lie, it's starting to suck. Oh my goodness, it's hot here. I got what I asked for. I got my heat fixed. Gonna stay with these 20s. That last rep was terrible. But again, focusing on that downward. That eccentric downward. As long as you're controlling it at the end, I guess. That's my excuse of justifying bad form. Okay. All right. That one was hard. Ooh, I can't type. 5, 20. Okay, I'm gonna do one more set of these, and we go to another superset. We drop the sets on that next superset. How you guys doing? Happy Wednesday to you, Anna. Good to see you. Watching while getting ready for work. Julie, that's fantastic. You're a warrior. Hope work goes smooth. I'm using this as a way to ignore my fighting kids. What kids? Hey, if I can, Good, whatever helps. The Ripper in the house. It's always good to see Julie, yeah. My kiddos went back to school today. Yay! That's awesome, Jen. I think, right? Some Jen time for a change. This is the last set, so I'm going to go up a little on the bent curls. I actually can't go up on the rows because I'm too lazy to bring my heavier dumbbells into the studio. So we'll just stick with reps. 15 reps. Can you believe it? The heat just kicked on again? Oh my gosh. Okay. Last set of this. If it looks like I'm getting fatigued, I am. Like I said, this is like day one for me. Some of the other stuff was just like light before this. Today was supposed to be training day one. $15 reps is the goal on this last one. Getting sloppy. That's when you know you're working it. that's done. All right. In. These next few are kind of interesting. It's kind of like a burnout set. You will discover I go through these a little faster. That's the idea. Wow, to type now, my fingers are shaking. I really should be pulling probably 75s right now. That's okay. This is day one. Got a lot of work to do. I just started reading comments. Kate, you're hilarious. I see the lemon. I know where that comes from. Yeah, I took my shirt off. I'm that douchebag. Okay, this one's definitely lighter stuff. So these are bent reverse fly. So I'm gonna come down here. You really wanna isolate. I'm coming wide, again, light. I have the 7.5s. 20 reps is the goal. I give you guys a better view of where, because you wanna isolate back here. I don't want you to see this swinging. It's probably good. It's 25 of those. I had a really close stance. No real reason for that. Mainly just want to be bent. Back should be nice and straight. But again, bent at the waist, isolating. These curl and twists, lightweight also. I've showed this trick before, but you want to grab the dumbbell, top like that. When you're curling, you want to get the head of that dumbbell high. That isolates the inner part of your bicep and also focuses on the peak. What's up with this music? Ridiculous. Okay. Here we go. Curl and twist. These are alternating again. Top part, top head of the dumbbell. Curl and twist. You guys seen a lot of these in other videos. These are basically burnouts. 15s, but burnouts are different. All right. Oh, I didn't put, the superset was bent reverse. I didn't put this down, hold on. Superset number 3, bent reverse fly, and alternating dumbbell curls. Set 1. Bear with me here. I did 7.5 pounds. I know that's nothing. 25 reps. Set 1 of dumbbell alternating curls, 15 pounds, and that was also 25 reps. I'll go up a little bit. You want to keep the reps on this though. All right. Last set. Only 2 sets of this. Only 2 sets. Bend fly. I'll show you a better angle on where you want the bend. So I'm kicking back right here, just like that. You don't want to swing this. You want to control it. Right there. Control it downward. That's cool. Alternating curls. If you're just joining in again, this grip wants to go right here, the top here. Curl and twist, inside dumbbell comes high. I know I say that a lot, but that little trick will pay off dividends. Right now, I just want to pass out. All right, I wasted too much time, right? That's 15. Didn't think I could count to 25, did you? Me neither. All right, well that was the last set of those. Set 2 at 10 by 25. Okay. This last one, I know many of you may not have access to this, but if you ever get into a gym, I'm going to be using the pulleys over here, and it's going to be like upright rows, but I'm going single arm upright rows. Again, this is rep stuff, so I'm going to come down. The idea is to get the stretch back here, working the lats, do the other side, and then I have what's called a straight bar on the pulley overhead curl. Seems awkward, but boy, does it blast the arms. Okay. Okay, this is superset number 4. Single arm lat pull downs. And then overhead curls. He doesn't have a spotter. Should we be concerned? Not in this case. No, you don't really need a spotter on pulley stuff. So the reason why I leave the weight there is basically to put my legs supported, so while I do pull down, I'm not lifting myself up. It's just kind of like that technique. You'll see what I'm talking about. So it's a wide lat pull down. Notice my elbows were out, not in. Now this one, my elbows are going to be in. The straight bar is going to be going over my head. And you basically want to keep your elbows stationary. It basically keeps the bicep right there, isolates it. It's more difficult than it sounds. You can tell we're getting to the end of this. You guys have been staying on a long time. I appreciate your patience. This is the last superset. One more set of this. This is the ultimate burnout here. I did 30 by 25 on the lats. 30 by 15, and then I dropped. So notice what I did on the curl one. I had 30 pounds and I dropped it down to 20, and then I did 10 just to get my 25 reps. On these burnouts, it's really about getting those last few reps. I hope you can tell. Like, I'm looking at my form now, and I wasn't, those last few reps, if you notice, that's why I stopped. I wasn't keeping it behind my head. I'm watching it now. This is good for me. So I can see if my form sucked or not. And in some of those cases it did. But that squeeze over there, it's hard to tell in that particular view, but the elbows are basically stationary and they are in. That's the idea. Okay, last set. let's put that one in the books. Who is calling me? All right. Beautiful. It's the best part, putting in the final set. Awesome. I'm just watching my overhead curl form. My last set I was not happy with it, so I dropped the weight down and just tried to get all 25 reps. Heat finally shuts off now that I'm done. All right, so there's Relentless Iron. Whew, hope you guys enjoyed that. As you can see, totally different than what we're used to doing. But this is like my fitness journaling, and probably expect more of this. What it does is it keeps me accountable, and at the same time, hopefully gives you guys some ideas outside of what we normally do with just the workouts and lifestyle stuff. If you have any questions, you know the deal, leave in the comments section. If you're not a part of this fitness journey, join us at relentlessfit365.com, and be happy to welcome you guys in this awesome community. AQ, Kate, Jen, Nina, you guys stayed on here the whole time. Jesse. This is going to sound weird, but this is reminding me of watching my dad lift on his home workout gym when I was a little girl. Just need to play the Allman Brothers band now. Yeah, sometimes, you know, there's something about being able to see it. This is a true form, or this is a toned down version of the true form of how I work out. Some workouts are going to be harder than others. You're going to find that, especially if I continue the live feed. I think the live feed gives you a real interaction. Like, I have to take this slower, and this is basically this is as raw as you're going to get when it comes to like how I'm going to do this style of workout. So one of the things about the other videos, the workout, whether it's HIIT or some sort of tempo strength, is that we have a time frame that we want to basically focus on. And in that time frame, you want to make sure you're getting so much done in that particular time, which is also great. This is something totally different. So I think it's good for people to see that other perspective. You guys, for worst case, probably had a good conversation. A lot of you were like just getting things going, chatting back and forth. That's always good. It keeps you in the fitness game. Great workout. Thanks, Wizard. Coming from the Wizard, little story last year, him and I worked out at a place, and I'll probably be doing it again. When I get closer to competition, I go to a place called Quads. Quads is a very good environment when you're training for things like this, because it's a lot of bodybuilders and powerlifters, and pro athletes even go there. There's some Bears players that work out there. So it's always good to be in that environment. Probably 3 or 4 months out, I'll end up going there a couple times a week, just to get new things. Yeah, so, man, Paula in the house. Paula has been working out. Oh, Paula's working right now, but she's killing it in the gym. Coffee time over? No way. It's time for coffee. It's time for second breakfast, actually. I caught some of that conversation. Jen, did you say you did this workout? You can do this with dumbbells. So there are some things that you would have to like adjust, like shrug curls would be different. Like the first superset, I don't know if you're talking about that, but even keeping in mind the first superset would be difficult, but a lot of this other stuff you can certainly get done. But yeah, some of this equipment that I'm focusing on is going to target things that maybe perhaps you don't have access to. So I'll give you ideas outside of that. All the way from Singapore, JC, thanks a lot for joining in, JC. It's good to see you. Expect more of these, Relentless RAW stuff. Expect more of them. This is something new. And I don't know if people do this. It's probably weird. But I think sometimes the best way to get a perspective of what, if that question keeps coming up, I'm only gonna say the same thing over and over again through comments. I figure instead of just commenting back of like what you do outside of just workout videos, I figure I just make a video and show you, this is what I do. This is that case. And I figure what better way, again, this is gonna be like a fitness journaling video style of my journey on August 3rd. Very disappointed a couple years ago, very disappointed in those results. Some of it was just rookie moves. I'm not really a bodybuilder by nature. I just like to train. So it is kind of fun to see, you do certain competitions, it pushes you. So my recommendation is whatever motivates you, that's what you should probably sign up for. Don't even think about it. Just sign up for it. Spartan run, marathon, 5K, some sort of trail race, do something crazy like an ultra or an adventure race, whatever it is. Sign up for it and give yourself a reason to train. If you have a reason to go into the gym, you get a little bit more motivated. You feel like an athlete. You feel like you have a purpose. Whatever it is. If you need an idea of some sort of competition to sign up for, all you have to do is bring it in the fitness community. There's a lot of athletes in our community. A lot of trainers too. Kate, I like seeing the actual muscle that you were engaging. Yeah, I appreciate that. There will be, I'm not trying to be a douchebag here. You guys, I think you guys know my style at this point. And the shirt will probably come off, during workouts, maybe all of them. Usually when I'm in the studio and I get too hot, it's just me in here. But it does give you an idea and it helps me focus too. Because I can see where I'm at and I know right away if my form is good or bad, and sometimes it's just better to see it. Visual, that's the way I go off of. I'm a visual guy anyway. So I think some of you guys are too. I think most people who go to video instead of book, perhaps more visual anyway, so it's probably better. Jen had to modify but gave it a go. That's pretty fantastic, Jen. That's awesome. I'm glad you tried this. And so it's proof. It's proof that you can work out with me right here in the gym, and that's kind of the idea. Is we can be kind of like workout partners on Wednesdays during Relentless RAW. I will be doing this again at 7:30 a.m. Central Standard Time live next week. Just keep that in mind. I don't know if this is going to be ongoing. I want your feedback. If you like this, let me know. I will do things that help you guys out. This will certainly help me out, so either way, it probably doesn't matter to me one way or the other. I have to be in here and train anyway. It will be different. I purposely train not that way just for video, but I purposely don't do the same thing every week, meaning Monday is not traditional chest day. Monday sometimes leg day, sometimes it's biceps and back, sometimes it's shoulders. It changes all the time, just like everything else. We have no douchebags here. That's true. We actually don't. We have a lot of cool people here. And we welcome douchebags. We just ask you not to be one. That's all. Everyone's very welcoming. There's actually not a lot of judgment. But I don't mind. Like when I'm doing things like this, I expect it a little bit. So that's cool too. I need some more water before I close out. All right, that's going to do it for today on Relentless RAW. I'm going to close out very unique than what I'm used to. It's not going to be any of this eat healthy, train hard stuff. Not that I don't mind that. This is different. This is my fitness journaling. This is Relentless RAW Day 1, biceps and back. And, well, the journey to August 3rd, we'll see how it goes. And whatever your goals are, make sure you keep yourself accountable. Put it in the comment section, whether it's in the live feed or whether it's in the comment section below the video. It's up to you. But when you put it out there, you put it in writing, and you put it, whether it's on video or whether it's in some sort of book, you make yourself a little bit more accountable. Tell somebody that you trust. Get a workout partner. Make yourself accountable with your workout partner. Don't just make a goal and say in the next 30 days, I want to do 30 workouts. Forget all that. Just go little by little and make it a part of your lifestyle. And if you do it in little sections, you'll be surprised in how much you accomplish. All right, guys, thanks a lot for joining in. I'll see you next week in Relentless RAW Part 2. Part 2.